In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best free VSTs you can download right now for free. Let's get into the video. Every single one of these plugins is really great, so I recommend you getting them all. But I have all the timestamps and all of the links in the description so you can bounce around, see which ones are going to be perfect for you. Anyway, I'm Bongonzo. I make beats in Cakewalk of Bandlab, which is a free DAW, and I use almost all free VSTs. But let me show you the best ones. Let's get into it. Woo! Also, if you stay to the end of the video, I have two plugins I want to show you that are both free for a limited time only, and they're super duper amazing, so stay tuned for that. The first plugin on this list is Helm, and it's probably the best free synthesizer I've ever used. I really like this plugin because it's super duper easy to use. If you aren't very familiar with synthesis, I definitely recommend this plugin because it's super easy just to snap right in. So really nice. Helm is just super customizable. I literally use this plugin for all of my sound designing. Check it out, it's really good. Spitfire Labs is a really awesome collection of free sounds. It really sounds like amazing. They have a nice choir. I also found this recently. They have pads in here that sound really nice. Yeesh. I'm gonna show you this compressor by TDR, and it's called Kotelnikov. Anyway, it's a really easy compressor to use, and it sounds very transparent while giving a good compression whenever you need it. Hopefully you can kind of see how it really squashes the sound if you want it to, but it can also sound very clean. Okay boys, if you haven't been paying attention, pay attention to Vahalla Supermassive. I really love the forward reverb preset on here. Basically, this reverb is technically a delay plugin. You're actually changing delay and the warp and the feedback of stuff. You can also adjust these things if you go like this. It's like kind of a shorter reverb. This is probably the best free reverb out there, and it also has like chorus effects and echoes and delays and stuff like that. Definitely pick up this plugin, it's super amazing. Okay, so this is Baby Comeback, and it literally came out only a couple weeks ago, and it's probably my favorite delay plugin I've ever used. On the default setting, it has like a little wide setting, but you can also use the ducker to make it like sidechain a little bit. And the ducker just kind of makes it a little bit cleaner. And you can also use ping pong. You can also use other presets in here. So as you can see, there's like kind of a reverb and chorus kind of thing going on. Ooh. This is Graillon. It's not really going to work on a VST, but if you're singing vocals or if you're doing any kind of thing like that, this is a really nice plugin to have. It's just a pitch correcting plugin. It sounds really bad when I plug it through a VST. But just trust me, this is a really good pitch correcting plugin. From the exact same company who made that pitch shifting plugin, you have this plugin called Couture, and it's a transient shaper plugin. So if we play a note, that's what it sounds like normally. If we make it more sharp, it sounds like this. What it's basically doing is taking their initial transient, boosting it a whole bunch, and then making it decay quicker. If we make it softer, we can actually just sound like this. It's making the initial transient softer and then boosting the decay of it. This plugin is super duper handy if you're sound designing, if you're just trying to make your drum sound a bit better, or if you want to put it on a melody that sounds pretty cool too. You can just make things a little bit softer. Now, you might have already heard this one because it's been probably the best free plugin for the past 10 years. This is Camel Crusher if you haven't gotten it. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound great, but there's this preset called Tube Warmth. Sounds really good. Can't really tell, but if you put this on like an 808 or sometimes even your master bus, it can sound just really warm. I substituted in a clap so you can kind of see how this free clip works on a clap. If you just boost the input gain and then turn down the output gain also, we can sound like this. So before, after. You can make claps sound really clean. It also works really good on your master channel. I'm gonna show you a kick drum real quick. Here's a kick before the free clip. Here's it after. You can add a good beef to those kind of things. I typically use this plugin in the master channel because it really gives a good crunch, especially if you have like a kick drum and an open hat and an 808 slamming together. Slamming a sound like that through this, it sounds really, really great. So definitely pick up this plugin. Here's Izotope Vinyl. I don't really use that often, but I'm sure you've seen what this plugin does. It's pretty popular, and when you need to use a lo-fi kind of pitch shifting effect, this is probably the best plugin you can use. So I'm going to show you the Melda effects bundle, and there are just way too many plugins to actually show you. They have a auto pitch panning plugin, tremolo distortion wave shaper plugin, flanger. They have a vibrato, which is really, really nice. M-Convolution Easy used to be one of my favorite reverbs, and you should definitely check out this one because it's pretty good. I left these two on the screen because M-Equalizer is probably one of the best free equalizer plugins out there, mostly because if you go into the toolbar, you can actually change it from left and right to like the side affecting only or the mid affecting only. Also, you can see the sound pretty well in this little thing here. You can also be pretty fine-tuned with like the Q factor of things in here. Also, M compressor. Oh, this is probably one of my go-to compressors simply because it has a really good side chaining feature. You can just turn on side chaining and you can turn the attack down, the ratio up, the threshold down. It's super easy to use and it's very visual. So if you haven't learned how to use compression yet, I definitely recommend this plugin. Here's PanCake. It's a really easy panning plugin. It's pretty obvious what that kind of thing does. Here's Simple Side. It's very similar to PanCake, except it works really nicely and it's just automating your volume. If you want to do like EDM, you can use this for side chaining and it's pretty cool. Check out that. Here's a really, really interesting plugin. How Snap Heap works is you can actually go through these presets and you can choose like a sound. So what does this one sound like? Let's check out the creative tab. Whoa. I'm sure that one can be used. Ooh. Ooh. That's really fire. Now, actually, when you install Snap Heap, you also come with a couple other plugins, including this chorus, delay, EQ, and gain knob. These are super duper easy to use and very effective plugins. Anyway, don't be fooled by the simple user interface. These plugins are really, really good. Now, the GVST bundle has a lot of really good stuff in there. I haven't actually downloaded all of them, to be honest, because these are the only ones that looked really interesting to me. Probably the one you need to check out the most is this G reverse delay, because this is a really amazing sound that you can make with this VST. And I haven't really seen any other free VSTs do the same effect. Pretty cool, right? This plugin sounds really, really, really fancy. You can get really awesome effects on here. Imagine using like a pad or something like that and it just has like kind of swirling sounds. Really, really good stuff. If you haven't picked up a sampler yet, I really recommend Complete Control because it's super duper easy to use. You can just double click on your sample and it's automatically in. And you can go into this like top thing, go to polyphony legato, and then you can turn up the glide. You can also change to ADSR mode and you can also reverse things. There's also filters on here. Imagine that being your 808. That's gnarly. Basically what I'm saying is that Complete Control has a lot of amazing features if you look under the hood, and it's completely free, and it's in the Complete Start bundle, which comes with a whole bunch of free sounds and stuff like that I recommend you trying also. I also recommend you try out Mishby. It's a really, really good free, almost like an RC20 kind of plugin. It has pitch shifting, has distortion, saturation. You can add in noise. You can also do some like bit crushing things, which sounds really, really cool. Now I'm going to show you two plugins that are only free for a limited time. This one I've heard expires today, so I recommend you try it out now because it might not be free tomorrow. Anyway, the stock sound sounds like this, and it sounds really awesome. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this plugin sounds so much better than Helm in my opinion. It is $20 normally, but if you use the code on the screen, it is actually free for a limited time. And then add this reverb to it. This reverb is $150 normally, but it is 100% free right now. That is right, until November 10, you can get this $150 plugin for free. So here's what it sounds like before, then here's after. Nice. Here's what it sounds like on full wet. Turn it down a little bit. If you want to turn down the reverb time, you can do this. Yeesh. Especially sounds good on live instruments or guitars or pianos, stuff like that. I've also noticed it sounds really good if you want a good dirty kind of snare. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you got some good plugins using this video. I hope you can pick out this Labs plugin because it's really great. $150. It's completely free for you. So literally just pick it up. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Anyway, I'm Bongonzo, and if you're looking for a free DAW to use in your beats, I actually have a video in the top right corner where I explain all the differences between the other free DAWs out there. Basically my conclusion is that Cakewalk, which is the one I use right now, is the best one, but you also have good versions of Ableton and Reaper and Waveform. I recommend you check out that video in the top right corner, but I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Woo!